Hello students, good morning. Myself Rakesh Kumar Sharma, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, RA College of Engineering and IT, and we are going to discuss the subject MEMS and Nanotechnology. Unit 3rd, the topic is X-ray diffraction. X-ray diffraction is a non-destructive techniques that provides detailed information about the crystallographic structure, chemical deposition, and physical properties of materials. It is a novel and non-destructive method of chemical analysis, and a variety of X-ray techniques are available in practice. X-ray diffraction are X-ray absorption, X-ray diffraction, and X-ray fluorescence. Every crystalline substance gives a pattern. The same substance always gives the same patterns, and in a mixture of substance, each produces its pattern independently of the others. X-ray diffraction pattern of a pure substance is like a fingerprint of a substance. It is based on the scattering of the X-rays by crystals, and we can say the definition of X-ray diffraction: the atomic planes of a crystal cause an incident beam of X-rays to interfere with one another as they leave the crystal. This phenomena is called X-ray diffraction. Then what is X-ray diffraction? Crystalline substance consists of parallel rows of atoms separated by a unique distance d. Diffraction occurs when radiation enters in crystalline substance and is scattered. Diffraction direction and intensity of diffraction depends on orientation of crystal lattice with radiation. X-ray diffraction is a elastic scattering of X-ray photons by atoms in a periodic lattice. The scattered monochromatic X-rays that are in phase gives constructive interference. And we can see in this figure there are same molecules with spacing distance d. When the incident beam are fall onto the atoms or molecules, then this beam is diffractive with angle theta. If the incident beam is fall onto the crystalline material, then this beam is transmitted or diffractive. The angle between the transmitted beam and diffraction beam will be 2 theta, and we get the diffraction pattern onto the screen. Then why we use X-ray diffraction? Measure the average spacing between layers or row of atoms. Determine the orientation of a single crystal or grain. Find the crystal structure of an unknown material and measure the size, shape and internal stress of small crystalline regions. XRD means X-ray diffraction is a powerful non-constructive technique or characterizing crystalline materials. It provides information on structures, phases, preferred crystal orientation or other structural parameters such as strain and crystal defects etc. Now the Bragg's law. In this, how waves reveal the atomic structure of crystal. The Bragg's law is n lambda equal to 2d sin theta, where n is integer. Diffraction occurs only when Bragg's law is satisfy condition for constructive, and we will discuss constructive and disconstructive in later. In disconstructive interference, we can see the X-ray 1 and X-ray 2. X-ray 2 occurs when n lambda equal to, we can see the two distance AB and BC, and n lambda equal to AB plus BC. We can see in this figure AB and BC are equal, so that n lambda equal to 2AB. Now we know that the sin theta equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, so that sin theta equal to AB upon D, where we can calculate AB equal to D sin theta, and putting the value of AB and BC in n lambda equal to AB plus BC, and we can get n lambda equal to 2d sin theta, where n is integer, so lambda is equal to 2d sin theta. Now the Bragg's law, we obtained n lambda equal to 2d sin theta, where d is the variable, is the distance between atomic layers in a crystal, and the variable lambda is the wavelength of the incident X-ray beam. Now the constructive and deconstructive interference of signals or waves. When two waves meet in such a way that their traces line up together, then it is called constructive interference, and the resulting wave has a higher amplitude. And in disconstructive interference, the crest of one wave meets the throw of another, and the result is a lower amplitude. In constructive interference, the signals are in phase, and in destructive interference, the signals are out of phase. And the principal X-ray diffraction is based on constructive interference of monochromatic X-rays and a crystalline sample. These X-rays are generated by a cathode ray tube filtered to produce monochromatic radiation, collimated to concentrate and directed towards the sample. The interaction of incident rays with the sample produce constructive interference when conditions satisfy the Bragg's law. This is the Bragg's equation, and we can see in this figure how to get Bragg's equation. Constructive interference of the reflected beam emerging from two different planes will take place if the path lengths of two rays is equal to the whole number of wavelengths. For constructive interference, n lambda equal to 2d sin theta, and this is called Bragg's law. Now, how diffraction works? Diffraction is a slight bending of light as it passes around the edge of an object or material. The amount of bending depending on the relative size of the wavelength of light to the size of the operating optical effects resulting from diffraction are produces through the interference of light waves. And the effect of interference are often seen in everyday life. Diffraction in the atmosphere by small particles can cause a bright ring to be visible around the bright light source like the sun or the moon. And we can see in this figure, in X-ray tube, the X-ray beam are generated, then this beam is fall onto the LED screen, then we can see the figures or pattern in the photographic plate. This is X-ray diffraction, and the applications of X-ray diffractions are distinguish between different crystal structures with identical compositions, study crystal deformation and stress properties, study of rapid biological and chemical processes, crystallographic applications, and find structure to determine function of proteins. And the X-ray diffraction is important for solid state physics, biophysics, medical physics, and chemistry or biochemistry. Thank you, students.